Hi kids, this is teacher Vidya. My aim is to make you all to trace the arrival of European traders in India. Do you all remember the journey of Vasco da Gama? Vasco da Gama came to India while on a voyage of discovery of new sea routes. The prospect of earning money attracted traders from several European nations to India. Today we will learn more about the traders that came to India in the earliest 17th century. The traders came to India from several European nations like Britain, France, Portugal as mercantile companies. These traders ventured across the oceans so as to look for new lands from where they could buy goods of high quality at cheap prices to sell for profit back to home. They bought spices, cotton, silk, perfumes, and precious stones from India. The Mughal emperors encouraged these Europeans as they could earn revenue. The trading companies became powerful with the decline of Mughal Empire and the death of Aurangzeb. The British became powerful after defeating the French in the Carnatic Wars. When a company has complete monopoly, it means that this company wants monopoly as a single supplier of a good or service. This enables companies to charge higher rates for their products or services, generating greater profit. Students, let us learn about the English East India Company in detail. The logo lines depicting power. The logo is a symbol of the English East India Company. They were powerful enough to issue coins. We will learn about the British trading company called the English East India Company in detail. The English East India Company was set up as a trading company by a charter from Queen Elizabeth that gave them exclusive right to trade. They tried many ways of establishing their trade through persuasion, sending envoys or officials to the empire's court by being forceful or assertive, and by demanding trading rights. The company got the Mughal Empire to grant them trading rights or foremen. They defeated their rivals, the French, in the Carnatic Wars to get monopoly of trade. Madras, Calcutta, and Bombay were the presidency cities. They were established for the purpose of trade. The trading posts were called factories and were administered by a factor. What was the intention of the English East India Company in India? The English East India Company wanted to trade in India and earn maximum profits. We will learn about how the events in Bengal under the rule of the Nawabs resulted in the English East India Company establishing a territorial rule in Bengal. What did the Nawab of Bengal want from the British? The British have to pay more revenue to the Nawab. They have to share trading rights with the French. They have to stop building walls around their trading post in Calcutta. The English East India Company wanted to establish power in Bengal as they wanted complete monopoly of trade. The English East India Company officials were refusing to pay taxes, being disrespectful, and trying to disobey the Nawab and his officials. It was also involved in the fortification of the trading post and began to strengthen the defense against the French as they wanted sole right to trade. The conditions were that the English East India Company had to pay tax to continue trading. They were also not fulfilling those conditions. The English East India Company decided that the best way to secure the company's interest in Bengal was to replace Siraj Ud Daulav with a puppet Nawab who would give them complete trading rights. Robert Clive, a company general, conspired to kill the Nawab by bribing a general of the Nawab's army, Mir Jafar. The Robert Clive, a company general, conspired to kill the Nawab by bribing a general of the Nawab's army, Mir Jafar. So they used a combination of both force to defeat Siraj Ud Daulav in the Battle of Plassey. They also defeated the combined force of the later Nawabs and the Emperor of Awadh to establish rule in Bengal. Thank you, dears.